Well, this plan is something new, let's see how it works out. Well, you bought a new iPhone, so you got your camera and you pointed it at this iPhone to take a legit picture of the front on your friends, and it turns out looking like Well, if you want to get something like this instead, then carry on watching this episode to find out more. Let's roll that intro. Hey, it's AKAJK, welcome back to another episode of the JK Tech Show here on the channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to convert your shitty product photos into stuff that looks like this. Just before I get started, I want to make sure that you've all subscribed to my daily podcast, the AKAJK Audio Show, where I discuss film and technology. You can check it out in the description down below, or just search it up on whatever podcast platform that you use. Anyways, let's jump into the episode. So we all buy tons of things. Well, I mean, unless you're a minimalist. They still buy things too as well. And so we all love to take those super crispy product shots to post on Instagram and show our friends, oh look I got this, look I got that, this looks pretty cool, this. Well, most people, they just enjoy taking nice photos or looking at nice photos, and it's just something that's sort of widely loved. So whatever product you're using, old or new, the first step is just to make it look half decent in terms of cleanliness. So I got some wipes for screens, like monitors and iPhone screens. I got the spray and the stuff like that. I have this kind of gas bottle can of spray, which I use to remove dust. I use all those sort of these cleanliness stuff. I use them on my desk every week and stuff like that. So maintaining this kind of desk is really annoying. But anyway, these products need to be cleaned before taking a really nice photo. Now, most people think that step 2 is to pick up a badass expensive camera. But hell no, you can do anything with just an iPhone 10 like this. So the real step 2 is to find a good location. Because as my dad likes to constantly say, location, location, location. So preferably outdoors, because there's a tendency to get much better pictures out there, but I mean, it really depends on what the hell you want. I mean, with this plan indoors, you can get some legit pictures. I'm going to try it out as well. Maybe it'll be on the screen. But anyways, you go somewhere outdoors. Just make sure there's a lot of light and start exploring with your camera and whatever products that you want to take photos of. So, quick story. I was in London a couple of weeks ago. Decided to venture outside of my apartment, take my iPhone 10 with me with the brand new leather case that I got, and start taking some real legit pictures like this. I started just to take some pictures. So I took around 50 pictures on that in the kind of hour period. Here are some of the best ones. That is after some editing on a free editing software. I'll teach you how to do that next week. But anyways, those are some great pictures that I just found lying around outside of my apartment. So let me reverse engineer these pictures and how they were taken. So the first one, which I would say looks like the best one, I decided to take it in sort of a mountainous terrain with a lot of mud and grass and plants. I think this one turned out pretty great. I really liked it. Many other people which I've asked said it was really good. You can check all my pictures on social media, you can check YT. But anyways, what I did was find somewhere with those kind of categories, and I took the picture. And that's really how I go about taking all of these pictures. I find certain groups of terrain. For example, there was this mountainous with pebbles and colored pebbles on the side and some rocks. So I took this picture, and just after editing, you just bring out saturation and things like that, and they just turn out to look great. Now, the problem with most people is after this, they think the process is done. They put it up on Instagram. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You got 1,000 likes, let's say. That's a moderate amount of likes, maybe more than you usually get. But this picture looks amazing, doesn't it? It deserves more, and it definitely does. So don't skip out on editing the picture. I have a full episode on editing. I made it last year. You can check it out in the cards above. I am going to be making an updated version of that. Comes out next week. It's already fully scripted and ready to go for next week, so stay tuned for that. But what the hell, I'll give you a quick sort of rundown on the editing process for photos. To get this picture into this. So grab yourself a phone. I use the iPhone 10. Whatever the hell you use, it should be fine. Get the photos from your camera to your phone in whatever way is possible. I don't know, AirDrop, using whatever sort of ways that you can find. If you need any help with that, let me know in the comment section down below. Get it onto your phone and download the app Visco. It's completely free. Then you got to import your images And then you can start adding filters. The one I usually use is C1 because I just like the way it looks, but you can choose whatever the hell you want. Then the usual stuff I do is decrease exposure, increase contrast, increase saturation, and just mess around a bit with the color temperature. Obviously it's more in depth than this, and it's obviously subjected to everyone that uses it, but this is my tendency on editing pictures and a very quick 30-second rundown. I'll make a full updated video on that later on, but that's my process. Couple of quick tips: shoot photos in RAW, because when they're in RAW, the camera hasn't done any editing, which means that the photo just becomes kind of in camera it looks bland. Which the benefit of that means when you edit it, you can make it look so much better. If you edit a JPEG picture, the editing just doesn't really change that much. There will be very slight amount of difference in the edits. But if you edit from a RAW, which is higher quality and retains all the original information without doing any editing in the camera, that allows you to create some great edits, whereas the other one you can create some really mediocre edits. So definitely shoot in RAW, regardless of how much storage it takes. If you want to be a great photographer, RAW is your friend.
Give it to us raw.
Just don't cook the photos with JPEG. Keep them raw. And also add some background props when taking product photography to make the photo pop out. You can use depth, for example. Get this and place the phone on top, and then place the other props below, so it looks like there's some sort of depth of field with it, and there's some bokeh in the background, that kind of stuff. Just do those kind of stuff. Anyways, hopefully this wasn't a bunch of blabber. Hopefully you find a lot of usefulness or entertainment from this episode, and hopefully you liked Jerry the plant over here. I'm gonna call him Jerry for the time being. If you've got a better name for this kid, you just let me know in the comment section down below. For now, he's Jerry the Jasmine Polyanthem. I'm pretty sure that's what the plan is. He's gonna go somewhere in my room. But anyways, hopefully I'll catch you later tonight for an episode of the vlog, because here at AKJK, you know the jazz. The grind is daily. That was weird.